Hello friends in West Linn and beyond. Thank you for tuning in to the 2024 West Linn State of the City video. I'm Rory Bialystowski, and I have the great honor of serving as your mayor. I am so proud of the community that we have in West Linn. Our city council and our city staff are here to serve you, and we are working hard to make West Linn better every day. My hope is that during my address today, you'll learn what we have accomplished and what we are working on to prepare West Linn for a brighter future for all of us. Perhaps you'll even be inspired to join an advisory group or provide comments on a city project. Now, I'm going to provide an update on our progress in achieving the City Council's priorities. First off is our work to stop tolling near West Linn. I am proud to have led the fight against the state's tolling proposal that was unfair to West Linn residents and would have led to irreparable harm to our community, neighborhoods, and business districts. I heard so many stories from community members worried about what expensive tolls would do to our city and your financial bottom line. The partnership that we've formed with other local jurisdictions and legislators to advocate has been a resounding success. We all want increased investments in roads and safe transportation systems, but that investment needs to be fair, not targeting a few communities like West Linn to share a disproportionate financial burden of a mega project like the Abernathy Bridge project that impacts the entire state. My colleagues and I will continue to fight for fair transportation funding solutions in Salem this coming legislative session in 2025. We're also exploring the feasibility of an indoor community recreation center. West Linn lacks a central facility for kids, teens, adults, and seniors, and many of our neighbor cities have indoor recreation centers, aquatic centers, or combination facilities, and we're often asked why West Linn doesn't. That's why we initiated a community project to understand the potential for building a facility here, and a lot of exciting work has been happening. A recent open house explored initial design concepts for a facility that could be located on city-owned property on Parker Road. The designs are based on community input over the last year and include a 2-court gymnasium, an indoor running and walking track, an exercise room, flexible community rooms, parking areas, teen hangout spots, an area for food carts, and enhancements to the music in the park experience. The current plans don't include a pool due to the costs, but do include space reserved for aquatics if the community would ever wish to add it. We'll also be conducting statistically valid polling of West Linn voters. All of this, plus much more community outreach and engagement, will be discussed at City Council meetings in June and July, when Council will decide whether to send a funding measure for the project to West Linn voters. We've started work on 2 key community planning projects that have me super excited for West Linn's future. I want you to get involved in them if you're able. The first project is the West Linn Waterfront Vision. For decades, our Willamette River waterfront area from the Arch Bridge to Willamette Park has been hidden from the community and home mostly to industrial businesses and wetlands that you can only see by crossing the river and looking back from Oregon City. It's time for West Linn to plan for the future of this area. The Council has prioritized development of a vision plan to present an inspired and achievable framework for the transformation of West Linn's waterfront, and we hope to set the stage for the creation of a vibrant place that provides new opportunities for residents and visitors to access and experience the natural beauty and cultural richness of this area. Community input is vital to this effort as we work to provide a diverse mix of land uses, increase access to the river and recreational opportunities, and celebrate the indigenous and industrial heritage of this land. A draft plan has been created based on lots of community input, and I'd urge you to check it out at yourwestlinn.com. Have you ever driven or walked on Highway 43 and thought, this could be a lot better? Well, we have too. And that's why the City of West Linn is teaming up with community members to craft a new vision for revitalizing the corridor. We're asking you to get involved now. Tell us what changes would create the community that you want to live in on and around Highway 43. Would you like more safe crossings along 43, bustling commercial hubs, enhanced neighborhood connections, diverse housing options, parks, vibrant spaces for people, plazas, better road conditions? You know that for sure. This area could become a destination where living, shopping, relaxation, recreation, and entertainment meet. So get engaged now and make your voice heard in the transformation of Highway 43 at yourwestlinn.com/vision43. Did you know that some of our water pipes date back to 1929, almost 100 years old? West Linn's water supply system is aging, and our utility rates, with increases capped at 5% by our city charter, struggle to provide enough funding to maintain the system and build needed safety upgrades given the rapidly rising cost of construction projects. The city is close to finishing a new water system master plan, which will define future needs and allow our community to have a conversation about how we fund this critical system. Another part of this work was finding the funds to replace our main water supply line under the I-205 Abernathy Bridge, which ODOT is requiring us to replace as part of their construction project. To highlight how expensive capital projects have become, replacing our one water supply line on the Abernathy Bridge is going to cost around $12 million. I have fought hard, along with colleagues, to secure funds for this work over the past year, and we're thankful to our federal partners, Senators Merkley and Wyden, along with Representative Chavez-DeRemer, who secured $1.25 million in federal funding to assist with this work. And we're also thankful to the state legislature, in particular Senate President Rob Wagner and Representative Jules Walters, who secured us $5 million in lottery bonds funding for this work. West Linn ratepayers will still need to pay over $7 million for the project, but the city secured a loan to cover the remainder of the cost to be paid back over time. The new water line will be seismically secure, which is really important, and will last over 100 years at least. Turning to transportation and transit improvements, increasing access to transit has long been a goal of the West Linn City Council, and I'm proud to announce that for the first time in many years, West Linn will be getting new service with TriMet starting this August. A new Line 153 will run up from the Willamette area, up Salamo all the way along Rosemont to Stafford, and then down to downtown Lake Oswego. This will be a great new connection for folks living on top of the hill and will allow many residents to reach City Hall, the Adult Community Center, the Safeway shopping area, schools, and more. Also, changes to Line 76 will better connect our Willamette area with Tualatin, Tigard, Beaverton, and Oregon City. I'm sure you've also noticed the road projects that have been done around town. Maintaining and improving our roads is a top priority. It is the year of the roundabout in West Linn. Fresh pavement up Sunset and on Salamo, a new multi-use path up Salamo, roundabouts in Willamette, near Fieldsbridge Park, and on Highway 43, courtesy of ODOT, near the Abernathy Bridge, are a few of the highlights of what has been a busy time for road construction in West Linn. I hope the work that we've done has improved your travel experience, but we're not done. We must continue to push for state funding to improve Highway 43 and continue to fund needed road improvements across the city. Council created the Police Review and Recommend Committee in 2022 to ensure community perspective is considered in the handling of complaints about the West Linn Police Department. The group meets monthly and earlier this year provided its first annual report to the City Council and West Linn community. West Linn is one of the only communities of our size to have a group like this, and we're very proud of the work these volunteers are doing. They are currently reviewing and will provide a recommendation on improving our process in response to the Farley case. Also, I want to take a moment to thank our brave men and women at the police department who put their lives on the line every day to protect our community. West Linn has always been known for its greenery and strong protection of the environment, and the Council, along with our Sustainability Advisory Board, is working to ensure we remain sustainable for years to come. Our staff are slowly replacing building systems with greener components, designing new facilities with the environment in mind, and seeking grants for electric vehicle charging stations. Lastly, I want to note a couple of things that we've done on the topic of diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. I am truly inspired by the work that our city staff have been doing to promote belonging for all of the city, and I want to thank all of our staff who've been dedicating their time to this work. A couple of highlights. Over the past year, 2 cohorts of our staff completed the Cultural Competency Certification offered by Chemeketa Community College. Over 25 staff members have earned their certificate in cultural competency, enhancing our ability to serve the public. Our council president, Mary Baumgardner, is currently taking a course at Portland State to earn a certificate in tribal relations to enhance our understanding and partnership and engagement with the tribal nations as we work on projects impacting the Willamette Falls, a landmark that is significant to tribal nations. And our city manager, John Williams, at the recommendation of our staff, adopted a DEIB mission and value statement for all of us to strive toward in our public service. You can view that statement on the city website. Thank you for watching the State of the City address. And I'm proud to say that the state of our city is strong. Thanks to all of our staff who make the city run every day, and thanks to all of the community members for giving me this opportunity to serve you. I'll see you out there in the community.